Coastal Grandmother Style explained in 10 minutes. Now, if you love bright, comfortable rooms filled with linen, natural wood, woven textures, and just enough blue to remind you of the coast, you may already love Coastal Grandmother Style, even if you have never called it that. Despite the name, you do not have to be a grandmother, and you certainly do not have to own a beach house. Coastal Grandmother is really about relaxed elegance. It combines the light and airy feeling of coastal design with traditional furniture, natural materials, and pieces that look as though they have been collected over time. So today, we are breaking down what defines this style, how to create it in your own home, and which decorating mistakes can keep it from looking right. But before we get started, welcome to Home Decor 101. Now, the term Coastal Grandmother became popular in 2022, but the look itself has been around for much longer. It was heavily inspired by the light-filled homes seen in a lot of Nancy Meyers movies, particularly the Hamptons Beach House and Something's Gotta Give. Now, Ina Garten's East Hampton lifestyle also became closely associated with this aesthetic. Her relaxed approach to cooking, entertaining, and decorating really helped to shape the image of a home that feels polished without feeling like too frou-frou or overly formal. At its heart, Coastal Grandmother Style is not about following a temporary trend. It's about creating a home that feels calm, comfortable, and settled, as though it has been loved and slowly furnished for many years. So now let's talk color palette, because the color palette begins with warm, light neutrals. Walls are usually painted in warm white, cream, ivory, or a very pale shade of beige. You may also see a soft blue, a muted sage green, or a really gentle, quiet gray. From there, the palette is layered with shades inspired by the coast, whether it's sand, whether it's driftwood, oatmeal colored, sea glass green, and weathered blue. Blue is one of the most recognizable colors in this style for sure. Instead of bright turquoise or a really bold nautical navy covering the entire room, even though you will see that, you may see faded blue pillows, a striped throw, blue and white pottery, or a soft blue chair. The colors should quietly suggest the coast without turning the home into like a themed Airbnb home. As far as materials and texture, texture is one of the most important parts of Coastal Grandmother design because the color palette is intentionally soft and simple. Natural materials keeps the room from feeling super flat or cold or sterile, and linen and cotton are commonly used for curtains, for bedding, for slipcovers and pillows. Wicker, rattan, cane, and seagrass are also used throughout the space. You might see a woven armchair, a rattan side table, a seagrass basket, or even a jute rug. Now, natural wood brings the warmth into a room. Remember we said we don't want it to feel too cold. You'll also see ceramic, stone, aged brass, and glass. And they can be layered through lamps or bowls or vases or smaller accessories. The room should have enough texture to feel interesting even when very little color is being used. So now, talking about the furniture, Coastal Grandmother furniture should feel comfortable first and beautiful second, which is really the opposite of a lot of home decor styles. A relaxed sofa in cream, beige, or white is often the centerpiece of the living room. Slip-covered sofas work especially well because they feel very casual and easy. Now, armchairs should look inviting rather than stiff. Upholstered chairs can be mixed with wicker, with rattan, or cane back seating to bring in very subtle coastal influence, like I said, without hitting you over the head with the coastal look and theme. So let's talk about some specific rooms now. We're going to start with the living room. In a coastal grandmother living room, the furniture is arranged for conversation and comfort. A neutral sofa may be paired with soft blue or striped pillows, a woven chair, and a natural fiber rug. A wooden coffee table adds warmth, while baskets can be used to hold blankets, magazines, or everyday little items and trinkets you may have. As well as everything else in the house, the art should feel collected rather than purchased as a perfectly coordinated set. So let's move on to the kitchen and the dining area. The kitchen is an important part of the coastal grandmother aesthetic because the style is closely connected to cooking and gathering and entertaining. Now, the cabinetry is often white or cream or soft gray or muted sage green. You're going to see a lot of shaker style doors, which works especially well because they're very classic and simple. Now, the countertops may be marble or quartz or another really light stone. You'll see lots of wooden cutting boards, ceramic bowls, and glass storage jars, and they can be left on display to make the kitchen feel active and used. Now, in the dining area, a solid wood table can be paired with upholstered, woven, or painted chairs. And yes, a bowl of lemons on the counter certainly fits, but it's not required. But it is pretty. Now, let's move to the bedroom. A coastal grandmother bedroom should feel soft, restful, and slightly undone. So we can start with white or cream or pale blue, just like we've done in pretty much every room, especially the bedding. And we can make it made from linen or cotton. Instead of making the bed look perfectly stiff and untouched, layer the bed casually with a quilt or a textured throw. Now, linen curtains allow natural light to filter through the room, which I love, and it works so well in this style. While ceramic lamps, a woven bench, or a small reading chair just really complete that relaxed look that we're aiming for. And last but not least, this is the part I was most interested in telling you all. We can get this look on a budget. You do not need an East Hampton house or an East Hampton budget to create this feeling. Just start by lightening the room with neutral paint or simple linen look curtains. Add pillow covers in cream, faded blue, or subtle stripe. And you see what I'm telling you? I'm not even telling you to go out and buy new pillows. Just buy pillow covers. They're much cheaper and it gives you a lot more versatility. As I stated before, you can visit thrift stores for wooden furniture, ceramic lamps, baskets, framed landscapes, and blue and white pottery. These pieces often look better when they have a little age on them. A jute rug, woven basket, or rattan side table can bring in natural texture without requiring you to replace all of your furniture. None of us really want to do that. You can also remove items that make the room feel overly themed or overly coordinated. If you're transitioning from one style to another, let's say if you're leaving glam going coastal grandmother, I would maybe remove a lot of your mirrored pieces and just kind of fill them in with some of your coastal grandmother pieces that you've thrifted. Creating this style is less about buying more and more about simplifying what you already have. Now, coastal grandmother style is not really about recreating a beach house. It's about creating a home that feels calm and comfortable and very beautiful, but not an in-your-face glam beautiful, a quiet beauty. It's a style built around natural light, timeless furniture, relaxed fabrics, and pieces that look as though they have found their way into a home slowly over time. So start with one room. Bring in a little linen, natural wood, something woven, and perhaps a touch of faded blue. Then leave enough space for the home and your own story to grow into it. And yes, in case anyone was concerned, you can still put the bowl of lemons on the counter. So let me know which decorating style you would like to see explained next, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.